Hey, it's from experience. Today I want to talk about being okay with people not liking you, because this one took me a while to actually get to. I was a people pleaser for a long time, and I mean that in the most specific way possible. Not just someone who was nice to everyone, but someone who would actively give up parts of himself to make other people more comfortable. Things I actually wanted to do, opinions I actually held, unique things about who I was that I would quietly set aside because I thought they might put someone off. All of it in service of being liked, of having more people in my corner, of not giving anyone a reason to think negatively of me. And every time I did it, I lost something. Not dramatically, not in a way anyone else would notice, just a little bit of myself. A little bit of what made me actually me, traded away for the approval of someone who probably wasn't paying that much attention anyway. And here's the thing about that pattern that I didn't understand at the time. It never worked. Because you can't make everyone like you, no matter how much of yourself you give away, no matter how agreeable you become, no matter how carefully you sand down all your edges. Someone is still going to not be a fan. And when that happened, when I could feel someone just didn't vibe with me, it would get in my head. Why don't they like me? What did I do? What can I change? How do I fix this? And I think that reaction, that inability to just let someone not like you, is really just insecurity wearing a different outfit. Because when you need everyone's approval, what you're really saying is that you don't fully trust your own view of yourself. That someone thinking negatively of you feels like a threat to who you are. Like their opinion has the power to overwrite yours. And when you're actually secure in yourself, that stops being true. Because here's the thing I eventually figured out. I don't like everyone either. There are people I've met who just aren't for me, whose energy doesn't match mine, who I wouldn't choose to spend time with. And I don't think badly of them for it. It's just not a fit. It's nothing personal, it's just how people work. So why would I expect it to be any different from the other direction? Some people are just not going to be for me, and that has nothing to do with whether I'm enough. Now when I can tell someone isn't a fan, when I sense that someone just doesn't vibe with me, my first thought is genuinely, who are these people? They don't know me. And that's it. I let it brush off. I don't adjust anything. I don't try to figure out what I did wrong. I don't start performing a version of myself I think they'd respond better to. Because here's what I know now that I didn't know when I was a people pleaser. Every time you change something about yourself to make someone like you, you're telling yourself that who you actually are isn't enough. And you can only do that so many times before you genuinely start to believe it. I felt that. Every time I gave up something real about myself to fit into what I thought someone wanted, I came away feeling a little less like me, a little more like a performance, a little less like a person. And at some point, that trade-off stopped making any sense. Because what was I actually getting? The approval of people who didn't even know the real version of me? Who liked a carefully edited version that I had to maintain constantly. That's exhausting, and it's empty. The people who are meant for you, the ones who are actually going to be in your life in a real and meaningful way, they're going to like the real version, not the version you curated for them, not the version with all the rough edges smoothed down, the actual you. And the sooner you stop trying to be liked by everyone, the sooner you start attracting the people who actually belong in your life. Not everyone is meant for you, and that's not a failure. That's just how it works. That is all for this one. If any of this resonated with you, drop a comment below. Subscribe for more from experience. Catch you in the next one.